There's a lot of options out there when it comes to store-bought barbecue sauces, and it can be tough to pick one. We've got you covered. We did the legwork so you don't have to. All that's left for you to do is select your meat and get cooking. If you enjoy high fructose corn syrup, you'll love Kraft Original Barbecue Sauce. At some point, Kraft decided to switch from using real sugar to using high fructose corn syrup with an artificially sweet aftertaste.
There's that sauce again.
Oh yeah!
To make matters even worse, Kraft attempts to cover up the phony sweetness of the corn syrup by adding an obnoxious level of spiciness. The spiciness isn't pleasant. It tastes like stale black pepper. Plus, they have to put so much spice to mask the high fructose corn syrup that it ends up being more spicy than sweet. This stuff is just a disaster. All that high fructose corn syrup can't be too great for your health either. Final thoughts? Avoid it.
Get you! Run, Forrest, run!
Another of the budget options on your grocery shelves is KC Masterpiece Original Barbecue Sauce. And just like Kraft's concoction, this stuff is absolutely awful. KC Masterpiece attempts to use hickory smoke flavor to balance its sickly sweetness, and the result is an overpowering taste of mediocrity. If you make the mistake of adding it to meat of any kind, this sauce is all you will taste. Additionally, KC Masterpiece Original Barbecue Sauce has a chemical aftertaste, which is definitely not what you want after an evening over a hot grill. Don't be fooled by any of the other versions that KC Masterpiece also markets. They taste almost exactly the same as their original sauce, with extremely tiny hints reminding you of brown sugar, honey, or other mild flavors. If you're addicted to sugar and that sweet tooth needs satisfying even when you're serving up savory meals, go with Sweet Baby Ray's. It's not particularly good, mind you, but at least it doesn't pretend to be something it's not. Instead of attempting to mask or balance the sweetness, this sauce doubles down on it by combining high fructose corn syrup, molasses, regular corn syrup, white sugar, and pineapple juice concentrate. Honestly, the pineapple flavoring is an interesting addition that makes this option unique. If you like your barbecue sauce really sweet, you won't be too disappointed by this brand. Give your pulled pork sandwiches or pork chops a kick with Famous Dave's Devil's Spit Barbecue Sauce. You'll have to overlook the high fructose corn syrup and a lot of other questionable ingredients, but the end result is a spicy but not too spicy sauce that you can swallow without a glass of milk to wash it down. Unfortunately, if you've been to one of the Famous Dave's restaurants in the Midwest, you'll most likely be underwhelmed. The sauce at those barbecue restaurants is outstanding. This sauce, by comparison, is a major disappointment. While Dave might be famous, he hasn't figured out how to bottle his barbecue sauce and ship it around the nation without it losing its signature flavor. Is it the corn syrup, the preservatives, or something else? It's impossible to say for sure, but don't expect restaurant quality in a bottle. Heinz has been in business since 1869 and has been making its famous ketchup since 1876. Today's Heinz is by far the most popular brand of ketchup in the United States. Recently, Heinz expanded to offering a new line of barbecue sauces, and so far the results have been impressive for being the new kid on the block. Heinz Classic Sweet and Thick Barbecue Sauce does a lot right. As the name suggests, this barbecue sauce is sweet, and it has a thickness that works especially well when used as a dipping sauce. It's made with cane sugar and a variety of spices, including onion and garlic, plus tamarind concentrate. Give Heinz a few more years, and these ketchup experts will probably be climbing this list. As it stands, this barbecue sauce is slightly heavy on the vinegar taste. Heinz Classic Sweet and Thick Barbecue Sauce is good enough to buy, but it's still a work in progress as they continue to work on balancing all the flavors. Brought to you by the same company that blesses the world with Frank's Red Hot and French's Classic Yellow Mustard, Cattlemen's Carolina Tangy Gold Barbecue Sauce will have your taste buds doing somersaults. The first taste you'll notice is the mustard, which arrives via No. 1 grade mustard seed and is given spiciness by aged red cayenne peppers and depth by paprika, onion, and garlic. Then you'll taste the sweetness of the sugar and the molasses. All in all, an okay choice as long as you're good with mustard being the dominant taste. Yes, Jack Daniel's Sweet and Spicy Barbecue Sauce is made with real, genuine Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey. No, it won't leave you tipsy, even if you overdose on a trough of barbecue chicken. What makes this sauce notable is the zing you get from the spiciness that tastes like a combination of red pepper and jalapeno. It's not a powerful punch of spicy, but it's just enough to make you sit up straight and recognize its presence. Additionally, Jack Daniel's Sweet and Spicy Barbecue Sauce wins bonus points for its quality ingredients that include dark brown sugar and blackstrap molasses. Obviously, the history of this barbecue sauce doesn't date all the way back to 1866, when the distillery business started, but it's worthy to have the name attached. The sauce isn't the best option for pork, but it works well with beef, chicken, and some seafood, specifically shrimp. You can use it as a dipping sauce, but it really shines when it's used for basting. C.B. Stubblefield's culinary skills first came to light during the Korean War, when he served in the United States Army as a mess sergeant. In 1968, he opened Stubb's Barbecue in Lubbock, Texas. Since then, his sauces have become legendary. Stubb's original barbecue sauce impresses with its authentic ingredients, ranging from tomato puree to molasses and sugar, instead of any traces of high fructose corn syrup. It also has no preservatives, doesn't use artificial colors, and is both kosher and gluten-free. If you're making baby back ribs at home, this is the best sauce for the job. Add 1 tablespoon for every pound of ribs, and you'll become the go-to baby back ribs expert of your family. Stubb's original barbecue sauce is very capable of flavoring chicken, beef, or pork. And if it has a weakness, it doesn't have the right thickness for dipping. And it doesn't have the smoky flavor some barbecue enthusiasts demand. Otherwise, Mr. Stubblefield sauce is worth every penny. Loyal fans of Trader Joe's know there's a lot of deliciousness sold under their own store brand labels. And the effort that goes into development shows in products like Trader Joe's Carolina Gold barbecue sauce. While it has a strong mustard base, it successfully blends in sweetness from molasses and a subtle hint of smoke. While it's absolutely fine on pork and beef, you will appreciate what it can do to your chicken and vegetables. Unlike many of the competing barbecue sauces, Trader Joe's found the optimal balance between being easy enough to pour, yet still being thick and creamy enough to use as a dipping sauce. It can't be stressed enough that this sauce is very, very hot, but just as quickly as it hits, the heat subsides enough for you to enjoy the truly wonderful blend of flavors simmering beneath the fire. So many barbecue sauces that brag about being fiery hot only have one dimension, but Kinder's Extra Hot Barbecue Sauce is the exception. Yes, the crushed red peppers and the habanero peppers catch your attention, but you will still be able to detect the brown sugar and hickory smoke. From fish tacos to hamburgers, this is the barbecue sauce to reach for when you want that kick.
It's not so bad.
It's more tingly than hot.
Yeah.
What Sticky Fingers Carolina Classic Barbecue Sauce does so right is successfully adding layers to their mustard, creating a sweet and tangy sauce that manages to stay true to its roots. Forget ranch. Sticky Fingers Carolina Classic Barbecue Sauce is so legitimately tasty that it's not uncommon to find this sauce used as salad dressing. If you think you hate salad and are quick to pass on your grains, give this sauce a try and you'll be changing your mind. While this version gives you that mustard flavoring that is popular in South Carolina, the company also makes Sticky Fingers Memphis Original Barbecue Sauce, which tastes exactly like the best barbecue sauce you can find in Tennessee restaurants. Don't miss those either.
Howdy, folks. Enjoying your meal? Enjoying it. Heck, I got swine fever.
Don't let the strange name or the prehistoric cartoon creature fool you. This sauce is seriously good. Dinosaur Barbecue Sensuous Slathering Barbecue Sauce uses no artificial ingredients or preservatives, but still manages to balance all the competing flavors without a hitch. Bonus, this sauce rises above while only having 6 grams of sugar per serving. Not too sweet, not too spicy, Dinosaur Barbecue Sensuous Slathering Barbecue Sauce just tastes great. All the flavors in this chunky sauce taste fresh, and you won't be surprised to learn that crushed tomatoes are the leading ingredient. The bottom line is that if you studied long and hard, bought all the necessary supplies, and endeavored to make barbecue sauce in your kitchen, the best case scenario would be your homemade concoction tastes like this wonderful sauce. According to the label, Rufus Teague made some barbecue sauce, put it in a jar, and shared it with his boys. It was so good, his boys pestered him until he made another batch. And from there, this sauce spread from Kansas City to the rest of the country. Give Rufus Teague Honey Sweet Barbecue Sauce a taste and you too will be hankering for more once you run out.
What a day for picnic, sure is.
I want that piece.
Now go get a little Rufus Teague barbecue sauce. It makes everything better.
Most barbecue sauces that try to incorporate honey are failures, but this one is a home run. It has a sweet taste, but the sweetness has depth. Due to the perfect mix of honey, brown sugar, white sugar, molasses, orange juice concentrate, and raisin paste. It's like an orchestra of heavenly nectar that everyone with a sweet tooth can enjoy. Lillie's Q Carolina Barbecue Sauce is hands down the best sauce available if you want to replicate that distinctive North Carolina taste. Nothing else is even remotely close. The first flavor that hits you is vinegar, followed closely by a tangy depth created with lime juice and apple juice. If you're looking for a sweet barbecue sauce or one that has a strong tomato base, this isn't the sauce for you. But before you dismiss it, give it a chance. Seriously. Lillie's Q Carolina Barbecue Sauce tastes heavenly on smoked or grilled chicken, beef brisket, and pulled pork. You'll be convinced that you're back at your grandma's house and you're once again devouring her secret sauce. A word of warning, this isn't as thick as other types of barbecue sauces, so pour carefully. When you toss and turn at night dreaming of scrumptious barbecue sauce, this is the stuff you're fantasizing about. Blues Hog Original Barbecue Sauce, using a recipe created in the rolling hills of Tennessee, is perfection in a bottle. Beyond Blues Hog Original Barbecue Sauce's alluring thickness, its balance of sweet and spicy will have you coming back for seconds. It's made with all-natural ingredients, with brown sugar and apple cider vinegar taking leading roles. Best of all, you can complement it with their raspberry chipotle and experience some serious deliciousness right through to the very end of the meal. The next time you're having a backyard barbecue and you want to impress everyone in your neighborhood, use this stuff as your secret weapon. Your meat will be the talk of the town. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more MASH videos about your favorite foods are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.